Okay. Apologies for taking so long and getting started up. So, I guess like usual, it'll be about 3 hour stream, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Um, Once I get honed in on everything, I'll be more on time and take less time to set up and all that good stuff. Right now, actually, what I was doing before I had to take a break, um, what I am going to do here is, here, let's pop this guy up, and I'll put it there so I can see OBS there to the side. See if I got the scene correct. So desktop. Okay, good. We're desktop now. Goody. I am actually reviewing my old footage from the day before yesterday, so I can get kind of back into the mindset of where I was when I made these couple of things on the to-do list. So for Thursday, which is today, I put 21 and 22, create another find room that traverses a whole tree and refactor some code. And yeah, so let's see something here. Start room. Okay. Let me check something here. I haven't actually opened. There we go. Let's see. Home. Let's open that in a new tab. It's kind of weird. I expect the new tabs to be up here, but it's down here. So it takes me a second to realize that's what's going on. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh yeah. Redot. Reboot. Redot. Restart. Edit, I guess. And okay, so room start is the menu, right? So it's always going to be the menu, which is fine. So I'll have a thing that traverses all the. Yeah. I gotta figure out how to do that though, because they're gonna have like nested rooms and stuff, and I need to go through all the nodes. That's right. I'll have to figure that out. I guess, I don't know, through recursion or something. And I still don't really totally understand recursion. I mean, I do. I know that it calls itself to a certain point, but yeah. So what's it going to do? It's going to go in and it's going to go through all the rooms and just check if they're there. Okay. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I might still do a brute force method. I know recursion's ideal and sufficient and blah blah blah, but it's also complex, and also if I had like 100 rooms or a ton of rooms, that memory could get full, or it could get so many that it's just taking forever to traverse it through recursion. I'm not sure really what that point is, because it might not be, it might be 1,000, might be 100. I don't really know, because I don't really know that much about recursion. So I might still just do a brute force where I go through each child node, and then I check all the choices in each node, and then see how would that go. I don't know. I might still need to do a form of recursion. I might need to get AI to help me with some of that, just so I can get things going. Anyways, What I'm doing here is I am just reviewing a little bit so I can know where I was. So let's hit here. Let's actually I'm going to turn on the desktop audio, and then I'm going to start this up, and you'll hear a little bit. So I won't be talking, but I'll be talking on the day before yesterday's video. Room start. I might should have ran this through. I have to find room actually just get the children nodes. So what if I not do just the children nodes? What if I actually go through the whole thing? The manager is separate, so I don't need like a recursive thing. But maybe I want to. Here, actually, let's do something here. Let's. Sorry about that. Infinite screens. Let's go. Okay, I'm still here. Let's open this with VLC so I can speed it up and stuff. So let's go up to list here. And about 50 minutes is where I was, I think. The nice thing is, unless I make it to where you can't. Yeah, you know, let's see something here. Room start. Okay, this is just so I can get through it quicker. It's only 6 minutes, so it'll be 30 minutes. Get the children nodes. So what if I, not just the children nodes, what if I actually go through the whole thing? The manager is separate, so I don't need like a recursive thing. But maybe I want to find all the rooms connected here, and I want to match them. So that way I can actually literally teleport somewhere if I want to. I'm gonna do that in the next time. Okay, so let's just say. Okay, let's just leave these for tomorrow, or for Thursday, right? Okay, so let's just do something here. Tuesdays and Tuesdays. You know what that means. Tuesdays and Tuesdays. If you get that one, you get a cookie. Okay, Thursday, December the 12th. So Thursday. This is how I watch most of my videos half the time, unless I'm watching it for pleasure, you know, like a story, like a movie or something. The room manager has access to all the rooms starting at room start. It's just basically going to be able to fun. But now I can't not watch something, at least that's meant for information, at any less than like 1.75. Sometimes if they're super fast talkers, I have to go down to 1.5, but most of the time I'm right about 1.75 times speed, just because you get through it so much quicker, and I can understand everything at 1.75. At 2 times, sometimes a little too fast for stuff, so right in there. I go and find it in each of the yeah, you know the one thing that I can do is and I'll do this like text. I can go ahead and let's just go ahead and add this to the to do. That is what was I gonna say? So I'll create another actually let's oops, delete. Move that there. That's on you there. Okay, and we'll say that is there. But in here, refactor code. But here, what we're going to do is create a when it says find room, create another find room that traverses the whole tree. So I'm going to actually do both. I'm not going to delete this find room. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have another function actually go in and go through all the children. So I'm going to have this for just the immediate deal when you're selecting something. However, if it doesn't find anything here, then it's going to have to go through the whole tree, at least for right now, to see if it can find those rooms, and then it will return if it finds it. And that could be a big thing, but if, yeah, you know what I should do? Okay, let's change that. Create a separate parentless room tree. And create a find function. Okay. Okay, so that's what I was thinking of doing. And all I'll do is I'll just make it a. I was thinking of having, like, you know, so you could like teleport, or so you could like go to places that somehow isn't on the tree. But then I think when I thought about it, that's like a special case thing, like being able to teleport. If I have part of my story where you have to teleport, actually, there would be a thing where you maybe I should have a thing that allows me to go to any screen or page or room at will. Because one thing I just kind of thought of is yeah, I mean it might be helpful. Might be helpful to do that. I mean, more flexible. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. But here, let me finish watching this, and then maybe I'll modify the to-do list to uh, to account for it.
Node, and then I'll make all the children will be room descriptors, but they'll all be their own they'll all be room descriptors. So if I want to teleport somewhere that doesn't have any visible way to get in, for instance, well, I don't know. Do I want to do that? Or do I want just a separate find? Maybe I just want a separate find after all. Okay, we'll leave it like that, I guess. Okay, so there we have it. I made some good progress again today. Okay, so pardon me for a second, and I'm just going to go here.
Okay, so that's all I have for that. Alrighty. Let's go back to my to-do list. Let's see if I remember correctly the key combo. So I think it's F10. I don't know if is it F10 to here. Let me go into settings real quick here and check my hotkeys. Stop recording. Switch to scene. Switch to scene. Switch to scene. That's just the mic. The mic is set up. So I don't have a special key for desktop audio, huh? Okay. So for desktop audio, let's go ahead and do F9. F9. Oops. F9. And make this super F9 as well. Apply. And here. Let me check it. F9. That's not working. Why is that not working? Oh. Okay, I guess I have to do it. I don't know. I guess I have to do it in here. F9. F. Wait a second. Let's see. Just a quick second. That's okay. So that's F10 is my mic, and this should be desktop, and it is. Okay, awesome. So, alright. Apologies for that. And alright. Alright. I guess I should go ahead and start recording because I'm trying to record some of my to-do just so when I go in there to edit, I know what I got done. Maybe I can even use it as a talking thing, or I don't strictly need it, but I'm gonna try that. So would be that. So right now I should be recording. I'll need to check that less and less as I go on. It's just the first few times I'm doing it, I'm just kind of not used to doing it. That's all. Okay, create another find room that traverses a whole tree. Okay, alright, we'll do that. Refactor some code. Yeah, I wonder if, I couldn't create a list of all of the node names. No, that wouldn't do anything. Refactor some code. yeah, I'll get on that refactoring in just a sec. Create another find room that traverses the whole tree. Alright. And then I can test it out, then refactor some code. I guess at this point, I'm supposed to start working on the actual game. And this is where I'll actually be doing some kind of semi-boring stuff, but I won't spend all my time doing it, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so the plan was to write all my notes into a text file and then upload it to ChatGPT and have it be able to synthesize various aspects of my game for me based on what I wrote. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to still do that. Now, part of my notes I don't have written because I started rewriting the good guy characters, and then it's, for some reason I didn't decide to rewrite the villains for whatever reason. I probably just got tired of doing it, or I wasn't working on it for a while, or I couldn't find my notes for a while, or something. Something caused me to stop doing it. So you'll see me enter in some of my notes. So maybe I'll go ahead and still do what I said I was going to do, and go ahead and put the thing in as is, but then also do a little bit of editing of my notes. Because what I want to do is I want to create a short game, but with all the locations in my notes, right? Don't have to do anything to it, but so yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, so type in more of my notes. Upload to ChatGPT and have it come up with locations. The locations will be based on what I already wrote, so they'll be the locations in my game. Okay, and then let's see. Upload. I don't really. I'm not really sure where to do this. Upload to ChatGPT. I could have it do the game itself based on my notes. I have my notes. I have it set up sort of like I'm writing an outline for a screenplay, kind of. And they're fairly complete, so it's very possible I could tell ChatGPT to actually write the pages of a choose your own adventure based on my notes already. Ask it to come up with ask it to come up with a CYOA. Let's see. Ask it to come up with choose your own adventure. So in a sense, I'm not doing it myself. It's doing it, but based on the story that I already wrote. So we'll do it that way. Okay. It'll be like reviewing my notes, but it'll be reviewing my notes. I won't be reviewing my notes. Anyways, so that'll be kind of interesting. Maybe that's all I'll do today, right? Create the find room, make sure that works, refactor the code that I'm going to write, then type in some more of my notes, then upload my thing to ChatGPT. Okay. We'll try that. Okay. So that should work. All right, let's start. I'm just going to start a new recording here. Alright. So let's go back into Redot and let's find room. Okay, so still using the latest RC of Godot. Redot, but yeah, the latest, as far as I know, I'll have to look, see if they've updated yet, but I don't think that will be until Godot upgrades to 4.4 releases 4.4. Okay, anybody in here? Nothing there. Doesn't really matter. Game dev. Okay. And that's just a conversation in Ludum Dare that's, or in game dev, that's not anything to do with me. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's go based on the Brave search. Okay. I know I'm using a lot of AI, and honestly, I should be able to do all this on my own, but in order to get it done in a reasonable amount of time to my satisfaction, using the AI is actually helping. Not that I wouldn't have been able to make it years ago. I would have, but it would have just probably taken a lot longer, because I'd have to go in and then I'd have to write down the locations. Even though I came up with the locations, it's mostly in the form that I said, in the outline form. So I would have taken that. I would have written like kind of like a story treatment about what one of the characters goes through. In fact, there's several characters. In fact, they were all supposed to be playable characters, which I may or may not still do. I don't know. It might be a little bit too complex, maybe. Maybe I'll handle them in groups, or maybe I'll just do the traditional old-fashioned where you're playing the main character. But I did like Day of the Tentacles' ability to switch between the three characters, and so I might somehow adopt that. In fact, I have what I have in there that are the actual three main characters are John Thomas is my main guy, my main character. He's from our world, and he gets brought into Enchanted Lands by Hubert, who's a wizard, or technically half a wizard, but I'll tell you about that if you don't already know about the story a little bit. And then we have Princess Karen, and she's from a different realm, and so these are actually kind of my three main characters. And then of course I have the other sub characters. I got Roland the oversized dwarf, who's trying to search for his dad, who he believes is a giant. And the dwarves kicked him out of the mines because he's just too dang big. Which really all it means is he's about the size of a tall man, because he's half dwarf and half giant. And then I have one or two dragons. I don't remember exactly, because at one point I had the one, and then I made it into two, and anyways, there's that. There's the Count, and the Count is he's a kind of another side story. I mean, he helps them, but he's another side deal. And I guess I don't know. Maybe those are just all of my good guy characters, really. You know, at one point I just had one dragon, and then now I have two, and one of them's good, and one of them's bad, or something. I can't remember exactly how I handled that. But yeah. So John, Princess Karen, Hubert halfway, and Roland, and then the Count, and I had at least 6 though. What are I have to go back through my notes now. I can't remember. That's kind of weird, but I remember almost all my villains. Well, I guess Kurt's the cowardly werewolf, and I guess he's always a good guy. So I guess I consider him part of the good guys. I think that's how that worked. So that's at least 6, and then we have the dragon, which I'm not sure if I have 2 dragons now or 1 dragon, or if the single dragon was the earlier writing or the later one. So I'll have to check that out. But anyways, if I was doing this the old-fashioned way before AI and stuff, I would have just done it myself, basically. So I would have wrote a treatment for at least the main character, maybe for all of the characters, as in what they would do, like a run-through. Like if you're reading a walkthrough of them, maybe that's what I had to ask ChatGPT to do. I had to ask ChatGPT to generate a walkthrough as if it's generating a walkthrough for an existing game based on my notes. So my notes, they'll go through and they'll do the things, and then maybe it'll make a walkthrough. And I intentionally left gaps in between the plot points, because those are the parts you're going to be playing. The plot points themselves will generate some sort of cutscene, and the cutscene will be fairly short when I do them. So, but I do have the gap for the gameplay part of it. That's where I'll insert the puzzles and stuff. Okay, so anywho, let's go ahead and see. How do I write a search? I wonder why, if GDScript doesn't have a some sort of node searching function. Maybe that's what I should ask. Does Godot, and I'm saying Godot because Redot doesn't have a lot of stuff yet. Like it's got documentation. There's not a lot of tutorials out there, and most of it is from Godot. So, anyways, have a function to traverse a node tree and access any node based on a name or some sort of identifier. We'll see what that pulls up. So a function to traverse a node tree to access nodes based on their names and identifiers. Get node, okay, path. But see, that's the path, okay? That's not what I mean. Get node or null, path string, find node. Okay, that's not really what I meant. Find node and group the specific group and returns them. You can use this function to access nodes that belong to a particular group or category. Node names should be unique. Okay, right, node names. Not really what I meant. I mean, I could make sure that your actual room name is the actual node name. I could do it like that, and that way I can just access. Well, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, that's not really what I wanted though. Not exactly what I wanted, as I already know you can get a node via a path. What if you're basing your search on a particular property in the node? For instance, if you're basing your search on a particular property in the node. For instance, I have rooms in my CYOA style game. And they have their own room names. I need to be able to find a node via the room name, not the path, not the path in the editor. Okay. In that case, you can use the following approaches to find a node based on a specific property, such as a room name. Using dictionary to store node references. Okay, that's the first one I could do. And that might be kind of what, actually, that might be what I should do anyways, isn't it? Huh. But I'd have to have a way of creating the dictionary. It'd have to be able to go to every... That means I wouldn't need the tree-like structure. The following approaches to find a node based on a specific property, such as a room name. Create a dictionary that maps room names to node references. When you create or load a room, add its node reference to the dictionary. But I'm creating them in the editor, so how does that work? Add a room node. Yeah, okay, add a room node, get room node, I get it. I mean, I know that I can do that. In which case it would not be a it would not be a tree structure then. Instead, I just have a loose connection of nodes. But that also means I could instantly get to a room if I wanted to get to a room, right? Huh. Let's see something. As long as I didn't have it, I could make it to where I don't have any nested rooms. I guess I don't really know a reason to have a nested tree other than being able to look at it visually. So I don't know. What do you think? Should I keep a tree-like structure and find a way of keeping track of all the nodes in the tree? Should I maybe use a recursive function, build a dictionary of nodes, so I can kind of keep them in the tree, so I can keep that visually? Maybe I should do that. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's see. Using a group or iterating over group members, add all room nodes to a specific group, i.e. rooms, and iterate over the group members to find the node with the matching room name. And I can just do that with children of the start room. I don't even need groups. I can just run through all the children, store all their names. In this example, each room should have a room name property that you can access using the get method. Using a recursive function to search the scene tree. See, that's what I might have to do. And again, I'm not really good with recursion, so I might have to rely on the AI actually helping me to write it. So there's that. Okay. Using a recursive function to search the scene tree. Create a recursive function that searches the scene tree for a node with the matching room name. Find node with property. Node, node, property name, string, property value. Return node. If node has See, I don't think. See, there's not a has in there. Here, let's pull up the Redot. And implementation. Has is too generic of a name though. TD script. See what I mean? That isn't going to tell me. Okay. How to tell if a node in Godot has a specific property. And it might be just the has thing, but the way I have that set up in there, the class doesn't have a thing called has. Using that in keyword. If property name in node, the node has property, else the node does not have. No, this method will return true if the property exists. Okay. Alternatively, you can use the get method to check if it yields it. Okay. If node dot. See if node dot has property. I don't know if has property is even in there. Let's check something out here, though. Thanks, Sinclair, for watching. Or mostly like other people are doing. You could actually just listen to it, you know. But that's cool. Watching is good. That's just like me talking to myself while coding. Yeah, I do that all the time. Okay. So let me think. Oh yeah. Let's see, room descriptor. Let's go into room descriptor. Let's go into that. Let's look up symbol, node, description, properties, methods. Now, is there anything in there that says has? If it actually has node. Okay. Has node and resource. Has node. Returns true if the path points to a valid node. Oh, but it's gotta have the path though. See, that doesn't Okay. So let's go back to the browser window and okay. Let's see. This one, this one. Get room node, var rooms, get tree, get nodes and group, rooms. Oh, yeah. That's the whole group thing. Create a recursive function that searches the scene tree for a node will okay. If node.has property name, it doesn't have a has. Okay. Wait a second, where is, okay, this one. No? No. Redot, right? Okay. And it has node and resource. See, so node does not have a thing called has or has property. So I'm not sure where that comes from. So let's go back to the search. How to tell if a node has property. Godot forum. Let's see that. How quickly check whether an object instance has a property. Is there a way, for example, object there's a has method, you can check if it has a name method. Is there a has property method? There's a get property list method, but I just want to quickly check if existence of a property, not necessarily prepare a whole list of array of dictionary of properties. I found the answer, usually in keyword. For example, to check if object 1 has the text property, you do if text in object 1 do something. The in keyword is not documented. I think it should be included in the documentation. Looks like it was added to the 4.0 docs. Okay, this is actually off of the Godot forum here. So, keywords. Okay, GD script reference. Okay, so let's go back to the Redot documents. And let's go to the manual. Let's go to the scripting, GD script reference. And then where is the keywords? Where's the thing that says the keywords? GD script reference. History. Identifiers. Okay, so it does have is. Test whether a variable extends a given. In. Test whether a value is within a string, array, range, dictionary, or node. This is when used with a for, it creates through them instead of testing. It iterates through them instead of testing. Okay. So that means I can pull up my. Okay, so I can put up my. Okay, so I'll use the in keyword, right? Yeah, and with these AIs, you kind of have to. Okay, so I use the in keyword. I get it. Okay. And let's see here. Recursive function, find node with property, node, find node. It wants you to pass in a node. No, that's, okay, that's the property. Get room node, return find node with property, get tree, get room name. Okay, get tree, get root. Oh, I see. So it starts with the root node. Okay, so I have to actually also be careful of my, because technically the root node of everything is room manager, but and room viewer is a child of that, and then room start is a child of that. Now room start is going to be a room descriptor, so it's going to have the room name or property in it. So maybe I should go ahead and write the function like that. But instead of has property, I'll have to use the in keyword, I think. If it'll work. We'll see if it works, but we'll see, right? Okay, just a second. Let's go back to the browser, and using a dictionary. Okay. Recursive function to search the scene tree. Find node with property. Tree, get root. Oh. Find a node with the property. Property name, property value. Oh, I see. The property value. Property value is actually a string also. If the name is a string, but the value is going to be a string also. The room name value is going to be a string. Return. Okay. Property value, room name. I'm not sure if that would work as is though. Let's can I resize it? Yeah, let's resize this a little bit so I can see it. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So find node with property. So it's just going. It looks like it's just going to find the first room for a child in node.getChildren. Huh. Arbitrary properties. It can be less efficient than others. Yeah, if I do recursion and I have a ton of rooms, it could actually become very unwieldy, I think. Although I don't really know what that limit will be, I guess, until I try it and I try to make too many rooms, I guess. Which might be a slowdown, or it might be some sort of freeze up if I get to that many. And maybe I won't ever get to that many. Find node with property. I could make sure that maybe. Make sure to limit how deep my scene tree goes. Okay. So it's going to go through a node pass to it. It's going to say if it has property name. And node.get property name is equal to property value. Return node for child in node .get children. Var result. Okay, find node with properties. Okay, so that's right. That's why it's recursive. Okay, for child in node get children, var result find node with property child property name. Okay. Okay, get room node. All right. I can start. Okay, so I can start basically by writing a function that kind of does what that does. Okay. Find actually return result, return null, return get room node. Function get room node, find node with property, room name string. Okay. See, okay, so presumably because it's recursive, it keeps calling itself as there are more children to go through. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that would work as is. I guess I'd have to try it first. First, I can copy the text, and I still have to modify the text anyways. But let's do this. Okay. Now, first thing is first, and that is what's the actual error here? 34. Use space character for indentation instead of tab as used before in the file. I don't know what that means. That's okay. I'll figure it out. What is it? Okay. Oh, well, that is what it meant. Okay. So instead of just node, we'll call it this is get room node. Find node with property. And let's make that okay. So let's call this okay. Find room with name. Okay, get room. Find node with property. Okay, I'm just gonna set the type to room descriptor, and this to also to room descriptor first. Okay, but still using the same deal. Okay. Invalid argument function should return one should be a room descriptor, but it is window. Get tree, get root. Dot. Oh, why don't I do? No. Oh yes. Well, okay, instead of get root, let's do a room name is a string. Room name is the name of the property. Room name is the we'll try a room start. That it should work, and then okay, get room node. Find node with property room start. Room start, room start. Oh, so if I want to get a specific, okay. Huh. Get room node based on. Okay, let's just do, where's ready? Before I do a change room, room start, get room node, okay. Okay, so let's say, let's think. Mountains. Ice mountains. Actually be a lot easier if I would have named everything the same thing, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and add a room descriptor. And let's call this ice cave that. We're going to call its room name ice cave, and description, here is an ice cave. Here is an icy cave. Okay, icy cave. Hit 1 to return to the base of the mountains, and then hit 0 to exit, like that. Now, ice cave, let's go to choices. 1 would be ice mountains. Okay, that. All right. Okay, ice mountains. All right, so let's go back into the mountains deal. Hit, and really, I might would put crossroads. Going back to the crossroads, I might put it as the last option, but we'll just do this just to make it easy here. To from here you can just spot a cave made of ice. at the base of the mountains. I say base of the mountain because it's not a mountain. I could call it ice mountain, and it would have been one mountain. Doesn't really matter. Hit 1 to go back to the crossroads. Hit 2 to go to the cave. Okay. So 2 would be ice cave. Like that. I'm going to save it, and we're going to run it first. We're going to see if we can. I'm going to start. Go to the mountains. Here are the foreboding mountains of ice. By the way, this is actually its name too. From here, you can just spot a cave made of ice at the base of the mountains. 2, go to the cave. And that's not working for some. It is working. It just has to be. Here's an icy cave. Hit return. Hit 1 to return to the base of the mountains. Okay. 1. Okay. Now let's just exit, because I can exit now. And let's give this 0 its own line. Okay. So, and the reason I just wanted to do this is, what I wanted to do is okay, so it's called get room node. Okay. Let's say room ice cave equals let's see, var ice cave colon room descriptor equals get room node, and we're still calling it ice cave, so ice cave that, and we're going to say an if ice cave print. Let's actually just print the description. Ice cave dot description. Okay. Now all it's just going to do is, I just want it to initially tell me the description of the ice cave. So let's see if this works. It doesn't work because because has is not a deal. Has, okay. Okay, if property name in node, right? Okay, so let's do something here. And if property name in node, return node. We'll see. Let's stop that, and let's replay that. Okay, and what does it say here? Welcome to Nightmare Castle. Hit 1 to start. Hit 0 to exit. So it did not find Ice Castle, right? Because I made Ice Cave its own deal. Get room node Ice Cave, and then it's supposed to go in there and all it's showing me is it's showing me the room start. It's not recursing or anything. See? So that's kind of a dead end to start with. I guess I have to know a little bit about programming to be able to do it. Okay. Wait a second. Let's see something here. What? I thought I said thanks for watching. Oh, maybe I said thanks for watching on the audio. Okay, never mind. Okay, so obviously room start is one room, and that's not what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to go through and iterate through. Presumably it's a recursive function, and it should have went down, but what it did is return the first result. Result equals find node with property. If result, return result, or return null. No. It's very possible that it's actually acting correctly, but it's just returning the first property. So let me go through this kind of like in my head, so to speak. And okay, so property name, property value. Okay, I get it. Okay, so we call that. So I call I use ice cave. Okay, so there is one thing here, and that is it did print something, and I have it say if ice cave, then print something. So it actually did return a node. It just returned the top node, I guess. But does that mean it didn't go into the deal? If result, in other words, okay. Okay, so room name's a property. Room name is the actual room name that is passed through it, which is ice cave, and we're starting with room start. Okay, and it's showing you room start. Okay, so if property name and node, which would be room descriptor. Oh, that's the first giveaway right there. If property name in node, return node. I might have to like step through this maybe. Then return node. Well, it returns. It never gets to the deal. The first thing it comes to is the fact that the property name, that there's a property in node. So maybe what I want to do is I want to do this stuff in there. So if there's a property name in the node, then run through the children. Okay, and then for each child, go through, find node with property. Result, return node. That's not how that works. That does not work right. Get tree. So before it was get tree, because tree would actually automatically go through the whole tree. Maybe I should repaste this and see if here. Let's do something. still here. It looks like you want a visitor slash recursive thing. One of Godot supports callback higher order functions. Probably. I don't know yet. So I'm actually using Redot, which is essentially Godot 4.3, but still the same thing. It's the same as. Yeah, and I think it's working properly for the way it's programmed. See, it had the deal. So initially in the AI's dealie, it has a thing that says get tree, get root, but the root is window, so that's the root of everything, and that's not really what I want. I want from room start on down, right? Room manager is the manager class, is the thing that's handling everything. Viewer is just right now. It's just a label that I put on the screen. So I copied the description over from the room descriptor. Now room descriptors are nodes basically, and that here. Let me show you the room descriptor real quick. And it just extends node, and it just has a room name, it has a description, and it has your choices, which is an array of strings, so that you could set, and they're exported so you can set them. So then I go to room start. Room start is actually my menu here, because it was the simplest way to do it. In fact, I haven't even changed the room name, mainly because you don't need to do that here. Okay, so these are the choices that correspond to your number keys. So when you press 1, it'll go to Crossroads. Crossroads is down here. So basically I need to go here and go all the way through all of these and come up with Ice Cave, because Ice Cave is the one that I picked here. So you go to room start, to Crossroads, to Mountains, to Ice Cave. Okay, so but get tree starts at window, and window is not something that I can access. I guess it was having a problem accessing it or something. So I was going, what I want is I want to start with room start, and then I want it to recursively go through each one. So room name is the property, and then the room name is actually Ice Cave, which is the code that I put up here in ready here. So Ice Cave is a room descriptor, get room node, Ice Cave. If it's there, then print its description. Okay. So what's happening is I'm going. It's finding with the property room start, which is this guy right here. Room start is actually a on ready variable there. So room start, and then room name, which is the actual property name, and then the room name it would pass Ice Cave through there. So Ice Cave goes through here. If property name, which is room name, is in node, which it is in the very first room, then return node. And so it just does it once. So it's actually working properly, but that's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is I wanted to go through and each of the children. So I can't just return the node. I have to return. So basically, maybe I should remove the return node deal, because all I want to do is I want it to return the end result when I got the proper deal. So maybe what I need to do is this. And maybe what I need to do here is tab them in, like so. And I guess I gotta tab that into. I don't know why you didn't do it, but so what should happen, which I don't know for sure, because like I said, I'm not that good, or I'm not that really that knowledgeable about recursion. So what it should do now is go through the property name and then go through the children. And as find node property, it's going to keep going through the children until it finds it. When it doesn't find it in Nightmare Castle, then it's going to go back up to it's going to return back up to the to the upper one, which would be crossroads, and then it's going to keep going through each of those. So this should work, I think. What do you think? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and run it, and we'll see if I'm right here. So basically, okay, and nothing is returned, so that means that this didn't work either. So it's because it's not printing anything. That means it didn't find anything. Get property name in node for child in node.getChildren. Result, find node of the property, child, property name, property value. So, okay, so let me go through this in my head. I pass room start, which is just basically the room start, and ice cave through that. Okay, so we go in there, we check property name in the node, and room name is in room descriptor. Okay, I get that. So now we go through a loop, get the children, and now go to the result, and we go find node with property, child, property name, property value. It's property value. Property value would be ice cave because that's what we sent through it initially. So the child should be every child in here. So room start, its only child is crossroads. So the crossroads would be your child node that it goes through first. Property name, of course, is room name, and property value. And I can refactor this later because I'm specifically looking for the room name anyways, so I don't need to check for. I'll just check for room name directly. I don't need to pass it through the deal here. But okay, property value is still ice cave. So yeah, let's see. Let me see something here. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm not running debug. Okay, let's see if okay, so let's see if I can set a breakpoint. I should be able to because Godot is pretty mature, so and Redot is Godot basically right now. So let us go to ready and let us go to ice cave. Alright, yeah, let's put a breakpoint here. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. At function ready. Okay. Now we want to go into get room node. So step into is F11, step over is F10. Okay. So F11. Okay. Find node property, F11. Let's see if it shows property name is room name, property value should be ice cave. Okay, ice cave. If property name in node, so let's go. I guess I want to step over. Step over. Okay. So property name is in node, that's a true. For child in node, that get children. Okay. So let's go to that again. Let's step over. Okay. Step into. And I probably need to do a watch here, but okay, so property name, property value, child, members, viewer text, room viewer, room start, previous room, current room. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and step into this again. Okay. Step over. I need, these are locals here. Node. Child. Child is Nightmare Castle. Okay. Okay, step into. Step over. Step over. Return null. Okay. Over. Okay, so now we're at a new child, right? So let's okay, so let's look at child again. Let's look at the new child. The new child is Pleasant Village. So far it seems to be working like it's supposed to be working. Okay. I haven't ever actually debugged with Godot or Redot, so that's why I wasn't sure at first. I mean, I see the debug menu, and so it's pretty self-explanatory, and I know how to use a vague general use of a debugger in other IDEs. Okay, so child now is Pleasant Village. Okay, so let's go ahead and step over that this time. And let's check out child again. This child is going to be the beach. Okay, I'm going to step over that. Child again. Ice Mountains. Okay, so now we're in the Ice Mountains. Okay. Now, let's go inside it. F11. Property name in node. Okay, we got that. That's fine. For child in node dot get children. F10. Now let's look at child now. Child now should be ice cave, and there's the ice cave, and that's correct. Now let's see if it returns properly though. Here is where we have a problem. Okay, find node with property. Okay, so child, property name, property value. Okay, F11. Okay, F10. And there's no children. That's where my problem is. So my problem is there's no children for it to go into. Okay, and that's why we have the thing up there. So it can't be just if property name in node. It's got to be if property name in node, and then you check the property value. You check the node's property value. If node.room name is equal to property value, then return node. That's what we need in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop, and let's see if I'm right here, which I think I'm right. Now we can go ahead and leave this indented. That's fine. But what we want here is we want to say if property value is equal to node dot room name okay, so the other thing is property name. Property name is actually a string. This is not a string. This is a what do you call that? Anyways, it's an identifier, right? After the dot. So it would need to be the actual property. I don't know how to change the actual property name. You have to like look up a key or something in the dictionary or some weird thing. I forget. Uh, which is also why I don't need. All I need to know is if room name is in there. So if it's in there, and I'll have to change that, which is not a problem. And pardon me, that's my chair in the background. I don't know if you can see it, but that's whatever. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so so now what we do here is tab it, and we say that, and make sure there's a that, and there. So that way, if we actually get to the proper node, then yeah. So we get to the proper node, it will return the proper node. Okay. So all I have to do is run it and check the output. And I forgot I did that. Let's just do this step over because I'm just testing it. 10. And let's go to output. And let us see. Here's an icy cave. Hit 1 to return to the base of the mountains. Hit 0 to exit. And I figured it out. Awesome. Okay, so let's stop. Let's remove that. And looks like things are good. Okay. So I'm going to stop the actual recording. Not the stream, obviously. I just mean because I'm recording in parts. Okay. If property name in node and node property name is equal to property value, this will prevent early return because you're looking for the value. Right. Just note, I don't actually know Redot, but the logic is almost right, I think. Yeah, I don't know if you can do node property name like you're showing it, but that's exactly what I just did. If you were listening or watching, I realized by actually using the debugger, which I should have done in the first place, instead of just trying to do it in my head. But I realized that what it was doing is it was checking for children early, because the original code had it return the first node because it was there. And I guess that's just because I was using an AI to help me write it. Once I realized that I wasn't doing that, then when I stepped through it in the debugger, then it showed me that it was not returning correctly because then yeah, it wasn't actually checking for the name. So the idea was right. The idea was when it found the node to return the node, but it wasn't finding the node. It was just finding it wasn't using the property value. So now that I fixed it, now it's working, which is cool. And now I'm going to modify it just a little bit. Wait, maybe here. Let me do something. Okay, stream. Okay. I don't care. I'll start recording in here. I don't need the stupid hotkeys. Okay, so at this point, I want to refactor a little bit. So, okay, so find node with property get room node. Okay, so instead of get room node, I'm gonna say I have a find room function which just looks at the children directly. And that's called find room. I don't know if I should call it find room in children, because I'm only going to use this as if I need to use it. And most of the times it's going to use this. So it's not going to use a bunch of recursion, it's just going to go there. But if I want to, for instance, teleport from the ice cave back to Crossroads, I can do it with this get room node. I could tell it to change room to the correct room. Anyways, let's start with get room. Let's say get room. Get room by name. Let's call it get room by name. No, well that gets room by name also. Let me think. Get room by name. Here. Let's do this. And just to keep the convention going, or to keep the thing going. Okay. So, okay, both are finding a room. One is finding it in the immediate children. Maybe I should call this find connected room. Find connected room? Find... What do I call find room at? When I do the input, choice equals find room, room choices. Okay. Find room by choice. Here. They both get a credit. Find room 1 and 2? That doesn't sound right. Function find room. Let's see. Can I rename or refactor that? We'll do that. Get room. Control R. Find room and change it to get room. Place all. Okay, that's fine. Get room. Get room node. This goes through the whole tree, and this just does it in the immediate children. Get room by child. Get room by so what's okay here, let's see something here. Let's let a UI help me, or an AI help me. Oh. I keep forgetting, Sinclair, when you type in here, then I don't type back into Hexchat, I just, reply to you, like, talking with voice. So, when I come back here, I'm like, wait, didn't I answer you? Didn't I say anything? Yeah, I said something on the video, on the stream. Anyways, okay, so I'll ask a follow-up question. So, here. That needed a little fixing, but I got it working to my satisfaction. I need to figure out a name for two functions that do almost the same thing but are different in scope. My original get room only looks at the current room's immediate children, or exits, or connected rooms, and returns if if it finds the room. The other get room node traverses the tree using a recursion. So do you have any suggestions on what to name both functions? Let's see what it comes up with. Naming functions can be challenged, especially when they have similar purposes but different scopes. Here are some suggestions for your two get room functions. This is quite a bit like ChatGPT. I know I don't know what models they're actually using specifically, but it's similar to what ChatGPT would come up. Get local room, find room in children, get connected room, especially for exits or connected rooms. Get room in scope, global scope, get room node as you already have, find a room globally, get room anywhere, search for room. So using prefixes or suffixes to indicate the scope. Get room local, get room children, get room immediate. Recursive, get room tree, get room global. Huh, okay. I know this is just kind of dumb side note kind of thing, kind of like unimportant. But I always have problems with names, and so I'm always just like, well, what do I name this? I could say get connected room. I could call this get room. Okay. Control. Okay, so control find. No, control replace with get connected room. Replace all. There we go. Now, let's call this, get room. And get connected room means anything connected to the current room. I guess I could put a comment to that fact too, because it's not really readily apparent what each one does. Get find return a room if it's connected to the current room. If it's connected to the current room, okay. Return a room anywhere on the tree. Starting with room start. Okay, and then I just like doing straight up camel case with this. I don't like to do I'll do the underscore for parameters and variables, but for this find node with property, find room, get room. Okay, so this is going to be find room with name. Let's call this find room with name. Copy. Paste. Paste. Find your room with name. Okay, so the first thing I want to do inside here is if room name in node room name in node property value. Oh. Then if that's right. If room name's in node, now I don't need to know this. Now I can say room name string that. Okay. If room name is equal to node.roomName, your child is a find room name child property name, which is fine, and room name. Oh, yeah. No. Property value. This is room name here. Room name. Room name. Okay, which is fine. What's wrong with get connected room? Get room node not found. Oh. No, okay. Now, of course, it was working, but now it's giving me some errors here, which is okay. Descriptor is okay. That's okay. Okay, so get room. Now, let's go ahead and take this guy out. We're going to take property name out and property name out of here. Okay. Now, what is the problem here? Get connected room. Error at 12. Oh. Get room. Not found. Get connected room. Not found in base itself. In base itself. Get connected room. What does that mean? Oh. Okay. Control R. No. Control R, get connect to get connected. Replace all. And there we go. And Bob's your uncle again. Okay, so get connected room is my one that just does just the child rooms. And get room is find room with name, room start. Okay. So if I run this again, it should still run correctly, I hope. Here is an icy cave, and there we go. So now that that works, Uh, okay, now that we know that that works, I don't need to call it right now. I might want it later though. And so, yeah, so basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that I could get a room from anywhere in the tree. And the tree always starts with room start. And that's just the note I call it. It's just a room descriptor itself, which is where you get your menu. Okay. So now, one thing that I wanted to do here is I wanted to refactor the input function. And I wanted to, so action pressed, choice 1. Okay. So, all right. So is action pressed, current room choices, okay. The only bad part here is that Redot / Godot doesn't have a doesn't seem to have a block commenting feature. So what I want to do is let's create new text file, and well, I don't know if I want to even save it. Cancel. Let's cancel that. Let's go to the text editor. Do that. New. And in tab, I don't need to open that. So let's just go ahead and. Oh, wait a second though. Can I do this? Like that? Control Z. Is there a way to hide it? Okay. Cut. Let's see something. Let's see what happens if I cut and if I just paste here. Oh, that just does that line. Alright, well, Control Z. Fine, let's just do. I guess let's make a copy. I'll make a copy here. Copy. Paste. And then let's just do the thing here. So first thing we want to do is give me a second. I need to readjust this here. Okay. So I'm going to write a new input event, a new input function. Actually, you know what I should do? Here, I'll do this even different. I'll have a function called input. No. New input function, like that. Okay, and then event on input event void. Okay. Then we need a number. This will be kind of interesting here. New input function. Let's see. Var choice. And choice 0 is the last one. Okay. Current choice or choice number? Current choice. Current choice is not. Let's see. Choice number, I guess, equals 1. We'll do it 1 through 9, and then we'll set choice number to 0. Right. We won't do a bunch of if then statements, but we will. We'll do now. I don't remember the good while loop in Godot. Let me go look that up real quick. I'll use. I guess I'll use the Redot. Where is it at? The Redot script reference. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, loops. Script language. While, see while, there we go. I need a while loop. While expression statements. Use a break or continue using continue, which skips to the next iteration of the loop without executing a further code. To iterate through the range, such as an array or table, a for loop is used. For x in predict, for I in range, for I in that's interesting. It's a array or table if for loop is let's see. When iterating over an array, the current array element is stored in loop variable. Key is stored in loop variable. You mean you don't have a you have to do range for I in a range? Zero, 1, 2 does not allocate an array. For I in 3 statement similar to range 3. That's interesting. I realize that I can use while loops or I can use for loops. You know, like for I equals 0, I plus plus, you know. It doesn't do that. Interesting. I could probably do range. That's probably a proper way to do it. Let me see. Let me think. Actually, let's just do what I was going to do. Var choice choice number equals equals 1. We'll do it like this. While choice number is less than or equals to 9, colon. Trying to resolve type of a null node. What does that mean? Okay, choice number plus expected expression after. Huh? It doesn't do that, huh? Huh? You don't have. Let's see. They don't have a plus plus operator? I thought they did. I thought I saw that somewhere. Huh. Okay, let's go back up to the top where it lists the operators. Operators. Not X. Assignment lowest priority. You cannot use an assignment operator inside an expression. Plus equals. Huh, interesting. So I have to do plus equals in order to do that. Huh. Learn something new every day. Choice number plus equals 1. Okay. Now, so it's going to equal 2. That's why we are going to less than or equals to 9. So it's going to keep on going until it's okay. Right. We want and we want it to. I could probably, well, choice number is less than 9. Do the thing. Okay. No. Less than or equals, and then we're going to increment that afterwards. Okay. So. Var action name equals choice plus I have to remember how to cast here. Okay, so how do I cast to string here? Let's see. How do I convert a number into a string in GD script? So I can put that up quickly enough. Using various methods. Implicit conversion. Okay, str. Okay. Str choice number. Okay. Okay, so now right. And we can break out of the room once we hit the choices. So this is just for, this is not for 0. Okay, so okay, so if event that is action pressed, action name, let's put spaces in there because that's usually how I do things. That's how I roll. Action name, okay, colon, okay, if current room dot choices choice number I put the here. I know I still want to put the parentheses around the if statement even though I don't have to. So not equal nothing. Then, okay, so this is where we have choice, and choice should be up here. Bar choice room descriptor equals null. What's the problem here? Okay. Let's see. Choices, choice number, and choice equals get connected room current room dot choices choice number what is the error here? $50. Expected end of statement after variable declaration. What do you mean? What am I doing wrong? What's the problem here? This is exactly like that, except for this is just a function that I created, new input function. Oh. Of course. Colon, room descriptor equals null. Okay. Mixed use of tabs and spaces for indentation. Mixed use of tabs and spaces. What? They say mean mixed uses of tabs and spaces. The current room choices, choice number does not equal. Okay, fine. Let's do something here then instead. Oh. Wait. No, that's right. Okay, so what's wrong here? $55. How am I mixing tabs and spaces? Where am I doing this? Where's the spaces here? No spaces here? Alright, fine. Let's take the deal off of that. How is that any different than this one down here? I don't get it. That's because, no. Oh, that's why. Because the one, see, I don't know. Sometimes it means that the line above is wrong. Sometimes it means the line below. It never means on the line. Okay, so choice, get connected room. If choice colon whoop, choice colon change room choice. Okay, and then what do we want here? We want right. Then we can have this little thing at the end here. Copy that. Copy, copy. And copy there. No, it's not in a while. That's right. There we go. There. Okay. So this should be able to be deleted. Okay, and we're just going to call this input. Like that. Choice number. I'll put spaces in between them. Okay. So, let's see if this works like it's supposed to work. 0 to exit. Play it again. Sam. One to start. One to go to Nightmare Castle. One back to go back to Crossroads. Pleasant Village. The beach. Oh, go to the cave. Return to the base of the mountains. Go back to the crossroads. Oh, now there's some sort of weird erroring. It's not. Oh, maybe okay, yeah. Okay. Let's see something here. Let's go to the ice cave. And wait, no, it should be able to go back to the ice mountains. Change room, ice mountains. Wait. What? Oh. That must have been... Oh, that's something I just did here. One. Go to the mountains. Go to the cave. Go back to the mountains. Go back to the crossroads. Okay, why can't it go back to the crossroads? Okay, something's not right here. Okay. Exit. Okay, that still works. Go to the mountains. Go back to the crossroads. Mountains. Cave. Mountains. Crossroads. Okay, so what is the problem here? Why is it not able to go back to the crossroads? Go to the cave. Go there. Dot. Why is that not working? Okay, I'm gonna stop this particular recording here. Stop recording. That was kind of a long one, I think. Okay. I don't actually need the stupid headphones on, except for when I'm trying to listen to something. Okay, so what is the problem? How come I'm not able to go back? Choice connected room. Let's break out of the loop. Like that. Break. Just to see. Oh. Alright. Let's check something. Okay. That. Let's go to the to-do. Not the to-do, the text editor. That was dumb of me, wasn't it? Let's see something here. See how far I can. Let's do something here. Delete. Okay. Let's go over here. That. Oh, I do have the whole thing. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's save it. Let's run it. Make sure we're up here. There. Go to the mountains. Go to the cave. Cave does not work. Ice mountains. Okay, go back to the ice mountains. Okay, let's go back to the mountains. That was my problem. Ice cave. Why? I have no clue why that was doing that. Okay, let's do this again. 1, 4, 2, 1, 1. It will not go back to. Why doesn't I want to go back to the crossroads? Interesting. Okay, choice. Input event. I have no clue. It'll allow me to go back up. It won't let me go back up three times. 1, 4, go back to 1, go back to 4, go back to 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, go back to 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. One does not allow me to go. somehow it's got the same. It's got the crossroads as. Wait, let's go to. Okay, let's go to the ice cave. I have the ice mountains in one. Then the mountains I have ice cave in two, crossroads in one. Okay, something's not allowing it to go back up the chain somehow. Let's see what happens when I change room. Change room. Previous room equals current room. Current room equals new room. Current room in viewer text. Copy the viewer text. Alright, so I'm going to have to put a breakpoint on the change room function because I need to know why it's not changing the rooms. Okay, stop and play. I hit debug, change room. New room is the new world, basically is the menu. Okay, alright. Continue F12. One to start. New room is now wait a second. Oh, crossroads. It's crossroads. Room. Oh, current room is the menu. Crossroads is the new one. Okay. So then we. Okay. So let's step over. Viewer text. Okay. There's one thing that I didn't do though. Okay, so let's remove the breakpoint first. I need an elif, I think, here. Oh, else if. That way it will only do the one. Okay, so that shouldn't actually affect anything, but we'll see here. 1, 4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Let's do this again. And let's run again. Okay. Okay, so new room is menu. Okay. F12. Want to start. New room is crossroads. F12. Go to the mountains. New room is Ice Mountains. Choices. Ice Cave, okay. Crossroads and Ice Cave, 1 and 2. Okay. F10. Current room is Ice Mountains. F10. F12. Okay, to go to the cave. Go to the cave. Dang it. Stop. F12. 1. Crossroads. 12. 4. And 10. Current room is Ice Mountains. Okay. Choices is Crossroads and Ice Cave. Okay, got it. F12. Make sure we're selected. Go to the cave. To the cave. Okay, let's check current room. Current room is going to be the Ice Cave. The choices are the Ice Mountains, because we can only go back to the Ice Mountains. Okay, only go to the Ice Mountains. Viewer text, current room description. Okay. Okay, F12. 1 to return to the base of the mountains. Return to the base of the mountains. 10. Let's check out current room again. Should be the Ice Mountains. Arrays, Crossroads, Ice Cave, which is normal. Okay, so let's do the thing here. What's the thing? The thing is, let us put a breakpoint right here, and let's say F12. What's the current room? Current room is still the Ice Mountains. Ice Mountains, Crossroads and Ice Caves. Let's put, I don't want to select anything. Okay. Now, if I hit Crossroads, okay, current room choices, choices. Crossroads is number 1. Choice equals get connected room, current room. Okay, so let's do something here. F10, okay. F11, if preview room is there, and preview room, so they're both crossroads. Return previous room. Okay. F10. Okay, what's wrong here? Previous room is what? Previous room is ice cave. Oh. Right, previous room was the ice cave. Wait. Previous room is the ice cave? Let's see. Current room is the mountains. Previous room is the ice cave. That should be correct. So children in the current room, and current room should be ice mountains. Okay. F10. F10. Child's room descriptor. Room name is crossroads. Child room name. Return child. Get connected room. Oh, that's so weird. F10. Child dot room name. Room name. They're the same thing. So why did it skip over? Room name is crossroad. Where's child? Child. F12. Let's try to hit crossroads again. Okay. F10. F11. Skip over previous room. Children. Let's look and see what children is. Children is current room that get children. Children is the ice cave. Previous room is legit, and room name is equal. Previous room is equal to room name. Okay, I'm kind of getting here what's going on here. Okay, let me figure out if I can figure this out. Kind of annoying. Okay, so basically it's going the previous room is and the connected room, and the connected room is not. So get connected room. think I understand. It needs to check the previous room. It needs to check your room name, not with the previous room. Because the previous room is going to be Ice Cave, but the only connected room is also the Ice Cave. And that's not what you want. You want the room that's connected to above, I think. Okay, so either I can figure out how to fix this to where it's okay, I get it. It's not a two-way. Two-way would be... Okay, so there's a couple of things that I should do here. And in fact, it might need its own, like, I might need to do like a complete like a redo. So basically, I was just basing it all on previous room instead of the connected room. So all connected rooms, instead of connected rooms instead of child rooms. I don't think of it as child rooms. I think of it as what's connected to what. Okay. So instead of saving the previous room, what you want to save the connected rooms. In fact, you want okay. Current room and connected rooms. Connected rooms should be an array. I mean, I can still keep this other find room thing here, and that's for special cases. That's for if I want a room that's located anywhere, you know, like I want to teleport somewhere or something. So when you load up a room, you're going to need to load up the connected rooms, and I need to set the connected rooms there. Not just, okay, so not just the choices, right? That might have to go back with how I do the room descriptor. Let's see the room descriptor, right? Room descriptor is the room name, and then your choices. And your choices are a string of names, right? Okay. Now I understand too why this text adventure in Godot tutorial was doing a thing about doors, and how a door is connected to essentially two rooms or two locations, and you're going through the door. You're not changing the room, so the room would have any number of doors, and in this case, it's up to 9 because 0 we're using as an exit basically. So here we're saying you can connect up to 9 rooms if you want to. And usually, okay, so usually if you're doing the cardinal directions, right, you're doing 4 or you're doing 8. And that still works as far as the directions you can go. So basically in this thing, instead of, I see. Okay, I kind of see how I'm doing this. If I, okay. The whole point of this was to be able to have these in this tree-like structure so that I can kind of navigate around the tree. can you get a parent node? If you can get child nodes, you can get parent node. If I can get parent node, then I should work off of the parent node and not previous room or whatever. Let's see. Okay, so let's here. I guess I'm not recording this because I'm not recording it. Okay. Control 0. Make sure that's back to normal. Maybe I should take a break here. I mean, I haven't had a break, and I'm almost done with the stream. Maybe I shouldn't break here, or maybe I should take an early day or something, because what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna have to kind of restructure things. Okay, so let's. Why is it not letting me go? Stop. Okay. Alrighty. Let's remove these breakpoints. Line 52. Let's remove the breakpoints. Okay. Alright, so let me go and replace the function with this function. Control C. And the input function was actually working fine. Control V. And okay. Control S. And we'll just see if we can just kind of do what we did here. Darn it, did it again. One. Okay, what's the matter now? Oh. Right. New input function is just supposed to be straight up input. Input. Okay. One. 2 1 3 1 4 1. Okay. So 0 exit. Now we got the okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go to the to-do list here. We can go ahead, I guess. Let's go ahead and let's just don't save this. Close without saving. Here, okay. Create another find room. Traverses a whole tree, which we already did. Refactor some code, which we did. Now, in this here, we're going to go ahead and to do it for Friday. That is right there. Friday. And let's just go ahead and before doing any of this, we'll go like that. We'll go 3, 5. And here what we'll do is we'll try to access current node room. We'll try to access parent node. And then and a refactor. I'll just do it like that. I'll just say it like that. If I can access the current parent, then I'll always be checking the parent rather than the previous, because the ice cave being the previous room that I was in. So I go into the ice cave, I go back to the mountains, and the previous room was the ice cave, but also a child was the ice cave. We don't need both child and previous room. What we need is we need the parent. The parent room was actually the crossroads. So the crossroads was actually the parent to that. So I need to be able to access the parent, and we'll see if we can do that. If we can't do that, I can still use my my find room that traverses the whole tree, and that'll work. But you know, I realize this is a short kind of, well, it's not really a short stream though, is it? 324. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some checking here. And even though I should not be recording, right? Yeah, I'm not recording right now. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick check here. Can you access a parent node in GD script? And I bet you can. Get parent. Okay, so let's go to the actual reference. Let's see if get parent is in there. Get parent is in there. Okay. Get parent. Let's see. Is that the only place to get parents at? Okay. Nodes. Node. Okay, node. See, that's weird. I can't actually find get parent. Let's see something here. Where in the Godot docs is the function get parent? Docs, engine, classes, class node. Okay, so let's see. Where would the thing about classes be? Classes. Search for classes. All classes. Where is that at? Class reference. Okay. Node. Okay. Get parent. See, I don't know why it couldn't find that. Returns the parent node of the current node, or null if the node lacks a parent. That is pretty easy. Okay, so maybe I won't. Let's maybe I won't just end the stream just now. I'll end it in a few minutes, and I'll go ahead and implement this change here. So let's see something here. Let's go ahead and just start recording, just so I can have it on screen, on camera, whatever. Okay, so what I need is get parent, right? So let's go into Godot. Let's go into my manager, and instead of previous room, well, instead of removing previous room, I'm going to do var. Do you want parent room, child room, parent room? Parent room. Parent. Parent. Wait. Previous room name. Not worry about. Let's see something here. Okay, so first let's let's see if the only place that parent is in change room. Previous room equals current room. So instead of a previous room, right? And there, and there. Yeah, it doesn't match indentation level. I'll fix that in just a second because, in fact, I'll go ahead and put else in here too. If. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this up here. Var parent equals current room dot get parent. Okay. Okay. If parent and parent dot room name and let's just do and parent room is equal to room name colon return parent. Okay, so it looks fine. So let's see. We're not using previous room. We're using parent. And this is only if, right? This is only if it matches. Okay, so let's run it. Okay. One. Ah. Invalid. Base object type node room manager. Parent. What? Stop. Here, okay, we'll do it like this. Parent equals null. If her room. Okay, let's take that. If her room and if her room parent equals her room dot get parent. If parent and parent dot room name is equal to room name, return parent. That should work. I don't know why it wouldn't work, but it probably won't work, right? 1. Invalid access to property or key room name on base object of type node. How come that's a thing? What is wrong with that? Alright, fine. Let's do it. Let's refresh. Hit 1. Current room. Let's see what current room is. Room name is Crossroads. Current room is the menu. Okay, I get it. Parent equals get parent. Okay, so let's go to the next. Okay, parent. Why is parent current room? Gosh, what is current room? Menu. The parent to the current room is room manager. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Very simple, easy fix. Okay. So let's do something here. Parent equals, but no. First, if current room exists, if everything's good, then if parent is room descriptor, then parent equals get room parent. Okay? If parent and parent.room name is equal to room name, return parent. So that ways, it won't get the room manager, it will just get this. So room start doesn't matter. If I go to crossroads, then it can check the parent. Then it will check the room name, see? So, to see if that works, let's hit play. Let's hit 1. Okay. F10. If current room, which it is. If parent is descriptor, skip. Parent, skip. Go to children. Okay. F12. Continue. Now, let's go 4 to go to mountains. Okay. 10. Current room. Parent is room descriptor. Wait a minute. Parent is null. Okay. I'm still doing something dumb here. Parent equals null. If parent is room descriptor, it's not going to be a room descriptor just yet. Okay. That's not how we do it. If current room, parent, okay, I get it. I get it. Current, if, oh, I see why I did that. If, parent is equal to get room parent. Okay, so this is where we do 3 things, which is, I guess it's not very elegant, but it should just work just fine. If parent, which means if it exists, and parent is room descriptor, and parent is that room name is equal to room name, return parent. Now, if I do that, right? Current room, parent, get parent. Parent is what? Parent is room manager. So it's not, it exists, and it's not a room descriptor, nor is the name the same. Okay, so then we want F10, jump over, and then F12 we want to continue. It goes to the crossroads. We want to go to the mountains. Let's go to the mountains. Let's go. Ding. Think. Parent. Parent is the menu. Parent is a room descriptor, but parent.room name is not room name. So parent.room name is new world. And then we still go to the children. 5. Or I see what I did here. 1, 12, 4, 12. Go back to the cave. Now go to the cave. 2. F12. We're in the icy cave. Return to the base of the mountains. F12. We go back to the crossroads. F12. And we're back at the crossroads. We can hit 0 to exit. 0 to exit. Yeah, this is a weird thing about the focus. If you notice that I keep on messing up because what I do is I keep on doing stuff, but somehow I lose focus. Either maybe I clicked somewhere that I shouldn't have, or something happened. It came from a dead stop in the debugger or something, so that means it's still in grabbing focus in the editor, and then when I press it, nothing happens. I realize I actually pressed the key. I actually typed a letter in there, and then I have to go back and I have to restart or backspace or whatever. Anyways, that means that this works like it's supposed to now, completely like it's supposed to. Now we can go to 1. We can go to 4. We can go to 2. Go back to 1. Go back to 1. Go to 1. Go back to 1. 2. Go back to 1. 0 to exit. And Bob's your uncle. Ha ha ha. Yes. Now, we finally fixed that. Let's go into our to-do real quick. And we did that. We actually did that. So let's go ahead and delete. Let's put it here, like that, and like that. And this is also for Friday the 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th. Tomorrow. Okay. And apologies for some of the audio. It kind of tends to like buzz. I guess it's clipping or something. I mean, I can bring the volume down, but that just brings the whole volume down. And where I have it, the volume is actually fine. So I'm gonna see if there's a few audio filters here in here. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? Is it here? Filters? What about properties? Okay, filters. So I can add an audio filter. There's 3-band equalizer, there's a compressor, expander, gain, invert polarity, limiter, noise gate, noise suppression, upper compressor. So I might try playing around with a little bit later with something like a noise gate or something. Maybe even on stream so I can see how it sounds in my ear. Like if I do it tomorrow, I'll do it like before. I'll have like the please wait screen on, and then I'll play with the audio a little bit, and you'll know that I haven't started yet because it'll still be on the please wait screen. Mike could do it with noise gate, noise suppression. I don't know. I don't know what upward compressor is. I don't know what the rest of these are. The 3-band equalizer might be something that helps it. So I'll see, and I'll play around with it and see if I can minimize that buzz. So, anyways, okay, let's switch to my webcam. Anyways, thanks for watching and or listening, depending on what you're doing. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, tomorrow I'll probably be doing some more boring stuff. It's not going to be like code, and not that code's that exciting either, depending on who you are. But I'll be entering some notes in. I'll be putting some of that into ChatGPT. What else? We'll see if we can try to get a first pass of the first phase. In fact, the first phase isn't even going to be. It's like I just decided. I was messing with all those. I was messing with those layout options and stuff, and trying to get the thing centered and get it expand from the center and all this kind of stuff. But I won't really worry about that. But I'll get like a first pass, like a complete story. It won't have too many locations in it, but it will have most everything for the story to be complete. Like you're reading a short story, well, it'll be like reading a short story, but you'll be able to go to different, make different choices, a few different choices on a few locations. But the story will be like beginning to end, and then I can start thinking about phase two. Because in phase two, my original plan was to separate the navigation from your actual choices, so you could do stuff on screen, or I should say, what I meant is in scene, but what I really just saying is, if whatever current room you're on, you might have choices only in that room. You know, pick up rock or something, and it might be the only choice you have. Okay, so like, won't have any inventory, right? So your basic thing will be like, you see a key here, right? It's a rusty key. Do you pick up the key, or do you go back the way you came? So basically, what I'll be doing is kind of dead ending. I'll be dead ending it. In other words, you'll come to a pocket. You'll come to a meadow, or you'll come to a room that's closed off, or whatever. And the only direction you can go is back the way you came. Well, see, that won't work either. But okay, so basically, you pick up the key. You go back the way you came means that if you go back the way you came, it means that you haven't picked up the key. If you pick up the key, then it will go to the next room. You know, you pick up the key, and because there's no further objects to explore in this room, you leave the room and you go to some other place. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess what I'll have to do is I'll have to make sure that there isn't a way to pick up stuff, because I'm not having inventory yet. In fact, I wasn't planning on. I don't know if I was planning on having an inventory for the choose your own adventure part, anyways. But you know, maybe you can, right? You can still have a non-text adventure, like non-parser, like you don't type in stuff. You can still have a deal, but you can still have inventory, right? So maybe I'll have to look into implementing the inventory earlier. That's one of the phases of the inventory. So I'll see. Maybe that'll be a thing that I'll have to rearrange, right? Because this thing isn't set in stone. I have to constantly like modify stuff, rejigger stuff, reorganize, reorder, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Maybe I'll add inventory like a lot earlier. Maybe the navigation phase, all it was going to be was just I was going to make essentially a separate navigation system. I mean, it would use keys like north, south, east, and west. You know, NSEW or the arrow keys or whatever, independent of the choices. So it's going to be independent of the choices, basically. You could go north, you can go south. That would not be a choice. It wouldn't be a choice to go north, south, east, and west. You'd just be able to go, and your choices would be what you did in the room or in the scene. So we'll see how that works out. And yeah, so next week, tomorrow, I'll be working on some story. Admittedly, it won't be that exciting, except the way I do stuff, I'll be telling you the story. In fact, this will be the first time you get to hear some spoilers about the story. And yeah. And as far as spoilers go, I figure if you're watching this to learn how to make something like this, or you're not really learning how to make it, just that you're interested in it. You're interested in how somebody does a game or something like this. Then you won't mind the spoilers. And those that never watch the videos, it doesn't matter for them. They might end up playing the game sometime in the future and they won't know it, and it doesn't matter because they weren't interested in watching the process. So it's a little tiny trade-off. You either watch the process and you get to hear some spoilers, or you don't, and you have to wait until I release a version of the game before you can actually see what goes on in the game. Anyways, it's up to you, and in any case, I want to thank you for watching, thank you for listening, whatever, and I'll see you again tomorrow, and hopefully Saturday, and then Sundays might break off, and Saturday I'll be attempting to edit. I've figured out my editing problems. I have to take the MKV files that OBS makes, and then I have to re-encode them with Handbrake. I mean, I could use FFmpeg or something, but just to make sure that it's constant bit rate, I was finding I was having problems, and it might have been because it was variable frame rate. In fact, when I first opened it and I looked at the settings, there was something called peak frame rate, and I was like, what's, I saw like PFR, and then I was like, PFR, what's that? And then I went to another screen and it said peak frame rate, but then they also had constant. So when I switched to constant frame rate, then it's like variable frame rate versus constant frame rate, and I don't know why it changed, or if it was just my perception. Maybe it didn't actually change. I just saw it on some other place and I transposed it in my head or something. But so basically, after I re-encode it, make sure it's 60 frames per second, and the quality seems to me pretty imperceptible to the original, and it's like a third smaller than the original MKVs. So I have to re-encode those in order to do it. I've already done that with the first video. I have to do it for the other videos, but I also have to do the timestamps for the other videos to help with editing. And I've got a lot of the timestamps to work on. But anyways, we'll see you. So I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for watching. And yeah, there's that. So goodbye.